Hey, people of Reddit, what's a 90s fad that hasn't come back into style yet? Story 1. Remember when we went absolutely nuts for yo-yos for a bit? I'm a 5th grade teacher and yo-yos are super popular right now with a group of the students. We went on our special overnight field trip a few weeks ago that the kids had looked forward to for years, and a handful of the students barely engaged with the activities because they were obsessed with yo-yoing. If life has taught me anything, it's that the yo-yo fad comes and goes, and it has its ups and downs. I received my transparent blue Duncan butterfly as an Easter gift about 2 years before it was popular. I just had fun with it and never learned any tricks. My friends accused me of copying them when the fad started, even though my yo-yo had signs of use. I wish I knew what happened to that old yo-yo. I used to love that thing. Story 2. Clear see-through electronic devices. I want to see this come back. I always wanted a yellow translucent Game Boy. I still have my see-through purple Game Boy, but my buddy's smoke black see-through N64 takes the cake. I want it. You think you want smoke black, but remember, the purple is clearly better. Yes, purple is always better. Oh man, you just gave me the biggest dose of nostalgia. I need to find one, and luckily, it's payday. Story 3. Novelty landline phones. I had the Sports Illustrated shoe phone in my room. I had the clear plastic one with the brightly colored insides. I had one that was a jumping orca, and the base was glass water splashes. Every time a friend called, the whole house would reverberate with, "Ow, yeah." Friends didn't call often for some reason. I had a burger one and a Nickelodeon one. Landline phones themselves are the novelty, and I'm seeing them come back. I keep getting calls on ours, so I threw it away. Story 4. Pogs. Alf is back in Pog form. No lie, I would buy the heck out of Pogs. There are literally hoarders living in piles to the ceiling waiting to hear those words, my good person. I was living recklessly back then. I had a frickin' Pog maker. The possibilities were endless. My neighbor had one. Used to get stickers from the machines at the skating rink and make some sweet Pogs. Been chasing those highs ever since. I was always envious of my friend Santa's Little Helper Pog. He would never trade me for it. Story 5. My Tamagotchi is still dead. My Neopet is still alive. It's begging for the sweet mercy of death, but it's still alive. Now we work 24/7 to keep our smartphones alive. Tamagotchi evolved into your friends who are too busy to call anymore, so they only text or DM. Story 6. Music on MTV. Her 2 kids in high school tell her that she's uncool, 'cause she's still preoccupied with 1985. Just to ruin everyone's day, a reminder that this song was released in 2004, 19 years after 1985, and it's currently 19 years after 2004. You're ruining not just my day, but my life. I guess I'll check into a retirement home now. Story 7. Chain wallets. Everyone had one of those bad boys in high school. I dismantled an entire Swiss Army knife and attached the individual pieces to my chain wallet. Do not try this and skateboard while wearing it. Extreme. We were the hardcore BMX crew in our high school, so we used bike chains on ours. Mine was black with silver links. I was the punk rock kid, so I went to Home Depot and bought an 8-inch length of the heaviest toe chain I could afford. From my belt loop to my wallet was only like 5 total links. Story 8. Frosted Tips. I had a substitute teacher with those in 2017. He was trying to be a lawyer, but I think he had failed the bar like 3 times. One day we realized we hadn't seen him in a while. Hope he's a lawyer now. He kind of seemed like a douchebag, but he was nice to us. Maybe he couldn't be a lawyer because of the frosted tips. If my lawyer had frosted tips, he would need to have God's recommendation or some serious lawyering chops for me to not have second thoughts about him. Story 9. Covering the back of your car's bumper in band stickers. I actually want to see this come back too. If I'm stuck in traffic, I think it would be fun to see who listens to what. If you can read this logo, it's not heavy enough. Yeah. Now if someone's car is stuck with stickers, they either desperately want you to know where they've traveled, which is pretty cool, or they really hate liberals. I won't drive behind people with political bumper stickers. If you're so angry and impulsive you'd willingly damage your car's paint to rile up a stranger, you're not safe to be near in traffic. Story 10. Jankos. I had pockets big enough to fit my Discman. I could carry a 2-liter in one pocket and a half-gallon of vodka in the other. Why sneak food into the theater when you can sneak a friend? Why sneak one friend when you can sneak a friend in each leg? If those friends are wearing Jankos, they could smuggle enough vodka for all of you. Those kids that wore Jankos remind me of fluffy cats. They made you look big as crap, but take them off and just a toothpick, just like when a fluffy cat gets wet. That said, I carried a full skateboard in my Janko back pocket all throughout high school. Story 11. Affordable housing. Not in my 90s, they weren't. I bought a 1,000 square foot townhome in Phoenix in 97 for $73,000 on a $25,000 a year salary. Still own it. Value $360,000 now. Lol. In 92, I had a barista job paying $5.50 an hour, and I could afford to live in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment in a decent neighborhood with a roommate. Now the same apartment complex rents my old apartment out for more than my mortgage payment. Not that housing is cheap, but in the 90s, I'd hear people say the same thing about the 60s. It's because it keeps getting worse and worse. Story 12. Creative cereal flavors with a hearty oat or rice base and actual prizes in the box. None of that generic corn-based birthday cake flavor for every licensed cereal. Story 13. Beanie Babies. If you still have them, they should be worth millions by now. I met this kid whose family had just moved in down the road from us. I went back to his house, and 3 of the 4 walls in his bedroom were covered with Beanie Babies, from the edge to edge, top to bottom. You could even see the walls. I wonder what happened to all that. Say hello to your new dust mite infection. My sister actually still has our old collection. A new one gets given to my niece every month or so. At this current rate, she should be set for the next 5 years. Only 5 years? Amateur. Story 14. The Simpsons being funny. When I was a kid, I related to Bart. As I got older, I related more to Homer. Now I'm fully in Abe Simpson mode. I also relate to Abe Simpson, for no other reason than I wouldn't be seen dead outside my house without an onion tied to my belt. Oh no! John Wilkes Booth! Hasta la vista, AB! Well, you guys, that's going to do it for this video. Go ahead and leave a comment about what you missed from the 90s. Keep your eyes out for a part 2. If you like the video, go ahead and hit that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss our next video. Take care, everyone. have a wonderful day.